You know, I don't have a prostate, right? I had that taken off because of cancer. And you know, I don't produce fluid.
Right. You you shoot blanks.
Ghost loads. Okay.
That's kind of neat. Is it cool when it comes out for you? Like, is it? Because I know.
No, I have a normal everything, just no fluid. Am I making myself clear, or do I have to be more explicit for you guys?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. It's good. It's cool.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dr. After Dark. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the emails and the voice messages at 818-253-1693 and drdrafterdark@gmail.com for these guys. Of course, Booth Boys with me in the house.
What up? What
Gentlemen.
up? It's your boys.
Gentlemen, that's my boys. This bobblehead at drdrew.com/store. Oh, Josh Potter's calling me back. Hang on a second here. Let me talk to him.
Just let him know he's on the podcast.
Hey, Josh. Oh, I sorry to bother you. We're recording the podcast right now after dark. There's great interest in your adventure last night. May I interview you for the? Okay, hold on. He said for sure. So you are now on speaker and you're on mic. None other than the great Josh Potter. Hey, Josh.
Hi.
Hey. So what led to you the intrigue for this morning?
The intrigue? Oh, so I found a lump on my neck, which I thought was like an ingrown hair earlier in the week. As it grew, I started getting a little nervous, and I sent you a picture of it, and you informed me it's a cyst. Oh, I have another one. Yay!
Yay! Josh formed another cyst. He's a cyst former.
It's neck this time. Can't even hide it.
Well, so at first I was like, you know, I get questions like this all the time from people, and I'm like, you know, it's probably a lymph node or a salivary gland, and you went, ooh, I've had a clogged salivary gland before, and I thought, yeah, that's probably it. And
I didn't feel like that because I can't feel anything in my mouth. I can touch it on the skin. You know what I mean? Like that's where all the pain is coming from, is the outside.
Right.
And when I had the salivary gland thing, it was all inside. It was like I couldn't swallow.
Right.
Speak.
And we didn't even get that far into the conversation because then Josh sent me a picture. I'm like, whoa, okay, no, that's not what this is at all. No. I'm afraid to show it to Eddie because he's squeamish. You know, he can't handle these things.
I'm good.
You're good. He doesn't want it.
Go ahead and pull the picture up and show the camera.
Whatever you call it. At your mom's house studios, it would have made the other one look like nothing. It would have.
So say that again because I missed a little part of what you said. So we did an operation on you on your pilonidal cyst in the podcast studio, which you still have not had definitively repaired, but we're getting close. You're getting nearer.
Getting close, baby. It's coming. But people thought that I was in the hospital because of that too.
Yeah.
But no, a brand new one on my fucking neck. I thought I was on radio for a second.
No, that's all right. You're on your mom's house.
But so this one though, I mean, was huge and it was making noises. I think it queefed a few times.
Yeah, good.
It squirt like the doctor was impressed with how much came out of it, like in terms of liquid and stuff.
Impressive how much pus came out.
Yeah, because he actually said he's like, good. He goes, a lot of pus. I go, is that good? He goes, oh, it's great. That's great. I go, okay, good.
So why are these things forming? So there's a thing called brachial.
Why?
This thing's called brachial pouch cyst. And first, I'm going to pull up the picture if you don't mind. May I show the picture?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, for sure, he said so.
By the way, I don't know when this podcast comes out, but I did a whole podcast with this lump on my neck going like, I don't know what this is. I'm scared. I'm going to find out. I even said, I go, everyone's going to say, call Dr. Drew. I go, Dr. Drew has a life. And then sure enough, it got big enough and I called you.
And yeah, wait till it gets bad, then call me. That's always the best practice.
It comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah. And wait, you know, if you really want to do it the way most people do it, wait till it really gets bad and you get like a fever and you can't stand anymore and it's like 2 a.m. That's the time to call me. That's usually. So I appreciate you not waiting until that moment. So here it is. I don't know if you can you see it there? Hold on a second, Josh. Can you zero in on it, guys? Okay. That was it early in the day. It progressed, as we say.
Oh, yeah, there's another picture.
Yeah. So later in the day, when Josh says, I'm freaking out, here was the size of said cyst. You guys getting that okay? All right. And that's when I was like, oh, shit. This thing needs to go right away. And I sent Josh to the ER, to the urgent care, hoping that they would just drain it, but they got kind of weird on him and they wanted to excise it and they needed a CAT scan. And I'm like, dude, his insurance kicks in February. Why can't we temporize this thing, right?
Right.
God damn it.
So dumb. But I'll tell you what's crazy. That picture from the first picture was the morning, like before I went to the urgent care.
Right.
The second picture was at 2 in.the.morning while I was waiting at the ER, freaking out, going like, they still haven't seen me. I've been here since 3 p.m. 3 p.m. until 4 a.m.
That's so ridiculous. And it's so simple. I mean, like, the procedure you had done, like we've said, we did in the podcast studio. It's the same procedure.
When he was telling me he was doing it, I felt this familiar. I go, oh, I know this deal already. But I also was like, why am I having this happen again on my face this time?
Well, so you thought it was an ingrown hair to begin with, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to bet it was. This is
being hairy is the worst curse that I don't want to hear a woman say anything about her vagina ever again. Be hairy and then talk to me.
My friend, this is a burden. This is a burden. This is you. You have been cursed with a burden through life. And it's a great source of commerce, right? I mean, the shoulder hair porn and all. I mean, not everyone can do that.
I'd give it all up in a heartbeat.
You'd give it up?
I'd give it all up in a heartbeat just not to have a cyst grow again.
So many people would be. You disappoint so many fans. You know what else is weird about this whole experience, Booth Boys? I was literally staring at a tweet of Josh's where he's like vaguely talking about this thing. And I'm like, what? What's going on? And boom, he calls me.
Well, that was the other anxiety I had, was just going to any sort of medical facility and worrying about Omicron or whatever. So I was like,
yeah. Oh, that's right. That's what it was. That's what you were talking about on the thread, which was, am I going to just get Omicron or should I go to urgent care? And I thought, he needs to go. No, that was in the ER later. They're looking at your thread now. Let's see, which one did I see? It says something
way early. It wasn't in the thread. It was like if I go to urgent care, it's basically guaranteeing I get COVID.
Exactly.
That was the one
right.
I tweeted in the morning.
Exactly. It's right around in there somewhere.
Live
there it is.
No, Twitter because I don't have anyone to talk to. Tweeting into space, but I appreciate everybody who did reach out and was, sending me DMs throughout the night and day when I got my phone charged again and everything. So I want to say thanks to all the mommies who said what's up and everything.
A lot of mommies in the house last night. I want you to know I got Bert Kreischer involved, mostly just to freak him out, but I did get him involved. And he's properly affected by this. It's good. It's good.
I can't believe he's never had one of these somewhere.
Yeah, he's pretty hairy. Well, maybe we got to see. Maybe we got to see what his technique is. Maybe he's doing something different that you should adopt.
I guess. I mean, I'm willing to do anything. I want to dip myself in acid and get rid of all this hair.
Why doesn't he just get laser everywhere?
Well, I was just gonna say there could be a whole bunch of content attached to this as we try to find somebody that can really take care of this.
Well, speaking of that, I tried to film this because it was so much pus and everything, but I had my phone in my hand and it was so painful. I was like a soldier getting worked on in the field,
Yeah.
I couldn't lift my phone. I was clenching my bed.
No, remember, I did that to you too. That's when I went back when we did our second procedure. I numbed the hell out of it. Remember?
Right, but this one's in my neck.
I know they could have done it just a little more difficult. It's a little more challenging. But we're going to get him to an otolaryngologist, a friend of mine. We're going to get him in there hopefully in a couple of days. And
hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I called them. They're not open till Monday.
I didn't figure. But hopefully they'll hustle you on in so you don't have to go back to the hellscape that is the emergency room. Emergency rooms are not the way to get medical care, everybody. Literally, unfortunately, everyone is so fucking busy now that I couldn't get Josh in anywhere except an urgent care. You go to urgent care, it's already literally 10 times more expensive just walking in the door of an urgent care. Then if you go to an ER, it's more like 100 times more expensive.
Oh, yeah. I paid like $150 for them to be like, go to the ER.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And so, yeah. So,
by the way, shout out Jordan. He works security at the hospital, and he listens to all the shows. And he was so cool. He kept all the Looney Tunes away from me that were wandering around. You know.
oh, yeah, you got some fans running around there.
No, Looney Tunes.
You mean the ERs are full of homeless people, people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
They just need a place to live. That's all, Josh. If you just get a place to live, they'll be
they were
fine.
taking up some beds.
Yeah. So.
So you're worried about the COVID people taking up beds.
Yeah. No.
Talk about some homeless people taking up some
Well,
beds.
that's mostly what you see when you go to the emergency room these days. So, and by the way, that's what delayed your visit with the ER doctor by 7 hours. So good times.
Yeah. Exactly.
But anyway, it's a case in point for why they must have good health care and proper care, and even if they don't think they need it, the homeless folks, so they don't clog up the ERs like that. And you need a doctor and health care insurance, which I've been pummeling you about for, let's see, that's how many days I've been. Well, it's been 2 years I've been bugging you about that.
You act like I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I was poor.
You weren't.
There's a big difference. I would have loved to do it. I was like, give me $1 million. I'll have all the health insurance. Now, finally, I can afford it. I've bought a nice silver. By the way, these packages, there's bronze, there's silver, there's platinum.
They sound great. Yeah, I know. They're gym memberships. But aren't they...
Is this a vacation club?
But now you're seeing, as you look at some of them, particularly the California care stuff, they're not that expensive.
No, you're right. That's true.
Yeah, I think you thought they were more expensive.
No, they were still a little too much for me.
Okay, all right.
Now they are fine.
All right,
Yeah,
I accept that.
It's a breeze.
So here's what we're really hearing here, buddy. You got to go support Josh Potter on his shows and on his. Do you have a Patreon or something? Can we support you somewhere?
The Patreon might be delayed a week now because of this incident.
Dude, listen. Okay, well this will
launch, but I can't tape now because I have to go back to it.
No, this is going to air. Our conversation is going to air by the time your Patreon is up and running. So let's get it. Yeah. So tell them where to go.
Patreon.com/The Josh Potter Show.
The Josh Potter Show. You have a hardcore fan base.
Thank you. No, I love everybody who reached out and said nice things. And
are you still in touch with Nick Simmons?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love Nick.
Nick is great. All the time. That is Gene Simmons' son, who's been extremely interesting dude.
Yeah, he's come to a bunch of my shows, and I'm planning on going to one of his soon too.
We should Booth. We should interview Nick on this show. He's a really interesting guy, super smart, and has been trying to help us with the homeless thing, which has been impossible.
That's great.
But so anyway, good times, Josh. Next time.
Thanks for talking with me.
Well, next time, I'm imagining you want to get some rest, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't slept. I have to get some food first, and then I'm gonna take my medicines, and then I'm gonna.
What antibiotics? Just so I know what you're doing. What they put you on?
I got one that's a 4-time-a-dayer. That's called
Keflex.
Cephalexin.
That's Keflex. That's Keflex.
Okay.
Is that 500 or two? Hang on. Is that 500 or 250?
It is 500.
Yeah, you might get a little diarrhea from that, so pay attention. Okay, good time. Yeah.
Well, guess what's gonna clean that up? The Norcos, baby. We got. That'll fix that diarrhea right up.
You'll be hearing from.
I'm glad actually that you say that gives me diarrhea because I was worried about the Norcos making me constipated.
Ah, well, there you go. They were thinking.
That's why they get, because I also have this one too. It's sulfamethox. This one's long.
Sulfa. Are you not allergic to sulfa? Are you?
What's that mean?
It's any sulfa medication. You've ever taken that before?
Never. We'll find out. That's one.
It's sulfamethoxazole, right? Sulfamethoxazole.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a really big word.
Yeah. It's a really big word. Sulfamethoxazole. That's an interesting, good combo.
The word goes around the whole bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. Sulfamethoxazole, Septra, it's called, or Septra DS, whatever. Bactrim is the other name for it. Use that one for urinary infections also, for people familiar with that drug. But so the boys, I assume as soon as the camera shuts off here, you'll probably hear from Eddie and Nadav about those Norcos. They'll be knocking on your door shortly.
Oh my!
Let's go.
Suddenly, your best friends, your new best friends.
One thing I got out of this whole friggin' experience, right?
Yeah. Hi. Okay. Yeah. So we need to really give some thought when you see the ear, nose, and throat person,
Yes.
give some thought into the hair stuff too, because you notice where these things are forming. It's sort of where you have hair and creases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My jawline is so distinct. That's where it went there that time, huh?
Yeah, and you need to kind of
Dominant jawline.
maybe we need to do. I don't know. Maybe Andy's onto something with laser. Andy, you got any good laser guys out here?
I do not.
I'm down.
All right. Well, we'll stay in touch.
It all the time. So.
Yeah. Well, me too. We'll stay in touch. I'll be back in Los Angeles in a couple days, and
Awesome.
you know, if this doesn't work out, let me know.
Yes, and thank you for your help. I appreciate it so much.
And no sweat. And thank you for not waiting until 2 a.m. Although you did text me at 3 a.m. last night, that was appreciated.
It was 3 probably in Austin.
Yeah, nothing much I could do in Austin at 3 a.m. and you're in Los Angeles.
My apologies.
But
very much at the end of my rope, I was texting a lot of people.
yeah, I get it. I saw
I
the.
texted an ex-girlfriend like, "I'm sorry for everything. I'm coming back, baby, if I make it."
Were you really
I
thinking?
texted a lot of people.
Were you really thinking this might be it?
I mean, I was getting so frustrated. I think I told the triage nurse when I was really at the end of my rope that I was like, well, I'm going to go in the parking lot and cut it out myself, and then that'll get me in here, I bet. And then that's when he like kind of pushed me along in the 14th hour.
And now that you said it was compressing your airway. That was if I'd seen, I didn't actually see your text until this morning. And what I would advise you was like make a lot about the shortness of breath. Shortness of breath.
Because it was starting to feel like it was choking me.
Yes. Shortness. I can't breathe. My chest hurts. Or I'm confused. Those are 3 things that will get you, or I'm passing out. Those things will get you into the ER.
I'm going to say all 5 of those.
Okay,
things
even though there were 4.
Good.
Okay, good.
I'm confused. See?
Yeah, well, there you are. See? Proof positive. All right, so Patreon / The Josh Potter Show, right?
Yes, and YouTube / The Josh Potter Show. And, yeah, that's about it, baby.
Maybe I'll bring you and Nick into the show one of these days here.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun because I know he's just a huge Potter fan. He really is a giant fan of yours.
Yeah, he's the man.
All right. Well, get better. Keep your head up. I don't mean keep your head up like keep your attitude up. I mean literally keep your head elevated. So this thing.
I shouldn't lay down.
Better if you keep your head elevated. The thing needs to drain away from your brain. Hopefully, that's the direction you want it to go.
Okay.
And if it gets bad or you get fevers or anything else, and it's got the little wick sticking out of it like I did in your second asshole?
I've been able to like bring myself to look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of freaky on my neck. It's like a slit on my neck, but
yeah.
I think it does, yeah. And they said if it falls out, it's not a big deal, like you said, like it's.
Oh, it's a little thing. Oh boy. So they just put you remember when I did. No, but hold on. Remember when I did your procedure, I had to go back and repack it?
Oh, yeah. You did like a whole ribbon dance.
Right. So the first time, just FYI, the first time I did what these guys have done to you, you may need to get more packing in. But hopefully it'll be the ear, nose, and throat. Somebody really skilled to do it. So that would be great. But I want you to know you have made, I'm not sure, I think Andy's probably dissociated, I'm guessing, by now.
This is what's crazy about waiting in that waiting room. I didn't listen to music. I didn't listen to podcasts. I stared into space for a majority of the time, which is like the entire time. I never once took my headphones out or anything.
Is that because you were nervous, or is that because you're thinking any minute they're going to walk in here and work on this?
No, I was nervous. Like I just couldn't even think about like music or podcasts or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, get this noise out of my head.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard when you're really upset. It's very hard to focus on anything. But although Annie is dissociating with you, let's say now, you've made Nadab exceedingly happy.
I wish Nadab could have been the nurse for this one. He would have.
Me too.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah, me too. I hear him giggling in the booth. I hear him carrying.
Hold on. I just want to let you know I'm not happy that Potter has a neck cyst.
But you are delighted by this whole exchange, though.
His perspective on it is hilarious.
Okay. You wish your friend didn't have it, but thank you for having sharing your thoughts, Josh. Making that very happy.
As long as it ends up as content in some capacity.
It's worth it, right?
Yes.
I'm just thinking if you actually need, I bet that ENT group that I sent you to has a surgery center attached, and if you actually need that,
sick.
No, but listen, yeah, if you need it done, I should scrub in, and then we should film it.
Oh man, that'd be so dope. They're like, and to do the surgery, celebrity surgeon. Dr. Drew, and it's one of those auditorium surgery things.
With the like in the 20th, early 20th century, 19th century, guys with handlebar mustache sitting around watching it. All right, my friend, great to talk to you. I'm glad you're better.
Great
And
to talk to you too. Thank you again for all your help.
you bet. We'll talk soon.
Thanks
All right.
to everyone out there too. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. They're saying goodbye. Everybody says goodbye, Josh. Bye. Oh, that was so good. Oh,
Man, he really went through something.
yes, he did.
That's wild. And you know what? What was funny about that was just like, oh yeah, I got a text from you at 3 a.m. And he's like, oh yeah, well I guess like the hour difference is there, but it's like it was 1 a.m. in L.A. when he texted you that.
I know. Like it's so much better. Right. No. People, you will be. It's really. This. I don't want this to sound shitty, but it's because I'm delighted when people. I want to help. I'm delighted when people reach out, but my advice to all of you is reach out to your doctor early, because by the time you get upset and worried and it's late, you're so in your moment that you typically treat the physician as just a something inanimate. Let's put it that way. And but you're usually calling late and you're upset and you want them to do something right now, and it's like that is not good healthcare. Not good healthcare. So, all right. So,
ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure, right?
this isn't prevention. This is just don't be. And by the way, it's usually from a good place that people wait. They don't want to bother us. They feel like a bother. It's really nothing. No bother. The quick and easy stuff. We sort of know whether it's better to be on our radar, and we literally can kind of. I don't know how other way to describe it than smell. We kind of know what's going on based on what you're telling us. And Potter called me early enough in this one. He actually did. He waited a little bit too long. The problem was the system he got stuck in, and that's no fault of his. Well, whether it's saving more, losing weight, whatever it is, you've set some goals for this year. Learn a language. Top of my list, top of my wife's list is learn a language. Babbel is the way to do it. The learning app that's sold more than 10 million subscriptions. And not only is learning a new language fun and engaging, you can do it while you're doing anything else with Babbel. You can do it alongside of working out or something. The whole Babbel process is fun, easy. Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons for real-world use. Susan got on Babbel before we went to France. I used to make fun of her accent. No, she was in the game. Babbel's 15-minute lessons are the perfect way to learn a new language. Other language learning apps use AI for their lessons plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven, and with Babbel, you can choose from over 14 different languages: Spanish, French, Italian, German, and others, plus Babbel's speech recognition system. That's the one thing that I'm telling you really got my wife on board. So right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That is 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com, use promo code Drew. That is BABBEL.com, code Drew. Babbel, language for life. All right. So, by the way, store.ymhstudios.com for the Rational Revolution cup, which I want in everybody's hand. We need all simultaneously be drinking out of that cup so we get together with our rationality.
Lest we forget the Shirtless Drew shirt.
Which I always do. The Shirtless Drew shirt is there, and anal starts at 50. And aren't we going to have a new one to leave 2020 behind with anal or something? Didn't we decide that's the new slogan?
I'm not sure. Let's see what we got.
Look at this. My God, they've got a lot of merchandise at your mom's house. There we go.
So we got Shirtless Drew shirt. We got How Effing Dare You, Rational Revolution.
Show me How Effing Dare You. I have not seen that one yet. Let's see it.
Woo!
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. How Effing Dare You. Okay, good. I like that.
Look at that Shayna Punim.
Yeah, nice. And what happened to Anal Starts at 50? It's gone? It's a limited edition.
I think it is.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, that was one of the first shirts that we did with you like 2-3 years ago.
Yes. Well, when Susan first appeared on Where My Mom's At and all this business started, that she capped off with her last visit. And by the way, there's another one coming with her. We got a lot to go over with her, the young lady.
Right.
All right, we got lots of voice messages. Let's get to one.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Drew. It's Jake from Colorado. I got another question for you. So I'm trying to take my pisses nice and clear, And if I drink water all day, sometimes my piss still comes out yellow. I don't understand how it's still coming out yellow if I'm just drinking water all day. I mean, it's not that my PO's mad at me or nothing. I'm asking for a friend.
Right.
But, yeah, touch my camera through the fence.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks.
So the yellow is a sign of more concentration. So you're concentrating your urine well. It could be a vitamin or something you're taking that just keeps coming out slowly during the day. If you drink enough water long enough, it will clear, it seems to me. And now it may not be a perfect, look like spring water, but it will. That yellow should kind of clear out of there.
And I got a question. But
some people produce a lot of urea. So
isn't it isn't it good if you're drinking water and yellow comes out? Because doesn't that mean that bad stuff is coming out of you?
It does mean that, and it means to me, I kind of think of it as meaning your urine's concentrating. Because remember a couple shows ago, the guy was talking about drinking gallons of water and like, oh, why can't if I drink 7 gallons? It's like you can literally wash out your kidney's ability to concentrate, and that's one of its main functions is to keep as much fluid in as is homeostatic, not to just have it constantly going out. Because if you have any restriction of access to water, as happens in the environment of evolutionary adaptedness, you get into big trouble quick. Another voice message.
Hey, Hitler's on because I shoved my hair so deep into my ear, ball it up, and put it in my ear, and it makes my eyes roll back in my head, and I obsessively do it as a means to pleasure. Not quite sexual, but it feels really good. Why do I do that? Thanks. I'll be coming up in May.
What did he say?
I think he's saying that he puts Q-tips in his ears, and he's wondering,
dude,
why does it feel so good if it's bad for you?
I noticed I've got some other Q-tip emails coming up here. Here's the deal. Have I not said this before? Don't call me daddy. No. Which is this is my next don't call me daddy, which is do not put Q-tips in the ear canal. Read the outside of the Q-tip box, not for inside the canal. It's for the pinna, the thing on the outside. You can use it to get through the concha and the all the different creases there. But it is not meant to be put in the canal. It is the leading cause of ruptured eardrum in the country. Do not, it only packs wax in. What you get on the tip is a piece while the rest gets packed back in. So you're making things worse. You need to get a lavage syringe or put your head under the shower. You do not put Q-tips in your ear. I am guessing that, here we go. What are you doing here? Lavage syringe. Yeah. Ear lavage syringe you want. That's just a general lavage. That actually will work with all pretty much ear lavage. There we go. Yeah, there you go. The third one in on the top is really the one you get at the pharmacy. Yeah, that one you get at the pharmacy. No problem. It works like crazy. You use lukewarm water. Do both sides because when you put warm or cold water in your ear, it stimulates the semicircular canals. You have 3 canals in your ear that determine or involved in your balance, and they have fluid in them. And if you put hot water in, the fluid starts moving, right? It rises, and that your body thinks it's off balance or seasick, and you'll get really, really sick. You could vomit pretty quickly. So after you rinse it off, make sure it's lukewarm so it doesn't, make the fluid go up or down. If it's cold, it goes down. If it's hot, it goes up. And then balance it out by doing both ears. Sorry, I still have this little cough.
Speaking of which, people might be wondering why some of us have masks in the booth, and it's just because someone on staff just woke up sick, and we're just taking precautions is all.
Well, and not just sick, but sore throat. And sore throat is the most prominent sign of Omicron. Have I talked about Omicron and the differences between that and Delta? Let me just quickly. I know this isn't typical your mom's house stuff, but it's a lot weaker. If you've had 3 vaccines, that is, if you're boosted, I've seen dozens and dozens and dozens of people in that situation, and essentially you get a cold if you're in that situation. Again, sore throat, prominent symptom. If you've had just 2 vaccines, and again, most people got those 2, 6, 8, 10 months ago, you can get sick. Now, my son is in that category, and he was sick for about a week, and it was pretty unpleasant for him. And if you've had natural immunity like me and my other son, we both also got it. You get the sore throat, you get the cough, but you feel fine. I really thought I didn't know I had no idea I had this thing. I just thought I had a cold. It wasn't until that my entire family got sick. I think I've mentioned this, and it lingers. It lingers a bit. It's a pain in the ass. If you're a virgin, as you say, you're unvaccinated with no natural immunity, Omicron could hit you pretty good. A virginal experience with this virus is always nasty, nasty. I wonder, Adam Carolla is calling me. I don't think he will agree to be on the show, though. So he's a little more persnickety than our buddy Josh. So as I was saying, if you're a virgin, in other words, never been exposed to the virus or the vaccine, Delta is still around. So if you are, prostrate, in other words, you're laid out and you have fever and cough and that kind of stuff, it could be Delta. So be careful. Speaking of prostrate, that makes me think about prostate, which makes me think about don't call me daddy, which makes me think about how upset I get about people not understanding that seminal fluid, the stuff that comes out of your penis during an ejaculate, is made by the prostate gland. And then I was having this thought in the shower this morning. I don't have a prostate, right? I had that taken off because of cancer. And I don't produce fluid.
Right, you shoot blanks.
Ghost loads. Okay, right, I couldn't remember if I made that clear on this show. It's just, think about it this way. I don't have a prostate. I have testicles, and they make sperm, but that doesn't come out anymore. It gets sort of resorbed, whatever. But the point is, because I don't have a prostate, there's no fluid. None. So nothing in it produced by the testes sufficiently to cause a fluid to come out.
So not even dry cum comes out?
There's a little bit of there's a whole system your urethra has of lubrication and things like that, and you get some of that stuff. And there's probably I don't know, maybe there's some sperm in that, but
that's kind of neat. Is it cool when it comes out for you? Like is it? Because I know.
No, I have a normal everything, just no fluid. Am I making myself clear? Or do I have to be more explicit for you guys?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. It's good. It's cool. Annie, you dissociated? You back?
I'm here. I'm just admiring his ridiculousness.
But it's not such a bad thing.
I'm just trying to ask a question.
But I'm just wondering if because Annie's a little squeamish about this stuff, so I'm wondering if you have any questions about not having a prostate, and maybe driving home my point about the testes not being a source of anything except sperm, essentially, and testosterone.
I don't think I don't get squeamish about prostate stuff, do I? I don't think so.
Well, I thought you get squeamish about medical stuff generally. I just thought.
That's true.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, the fact that somebody took out my prostate probably seems a little weird to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, I feel like, I don't know, you're lying or something, and it's like it's just normal.
They did an operation, and they went in with a robot, a Da Vinci robot, and they cut out the whole thing, a big
robot?
organ. Robot.
What do you?
Look up the Da Vinci, guys. Da Vinci robot.
You mean a robot?
I mean a robot.
Like it's like a robot, like with hands?
There it is. There's the picture over there. There it is, that far left. Yeah, that's it. So the surgeon.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now he's gone. And he's gone.
Holy.
So the surgeon
I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of hot.
Future's now.
The surgeon sits across the room. Now look the third one down on the left. Down. Nope. Okay, yeah, you see it. The surgeon's across the room, and then you've got the robot inside you. And they do at the end put an excision. They put a small excision, a suprapubic excision, to pull the organ out once it's been completely excised by the robot. So there it is. See the robot. The surgeon's in there with his face in that video machine. See that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather that robot be, because I don't know, my brain kind of goes sexual for this. This looks like some super sick sex device, doesn't it? I mean, come on, like. A little bit.
I understand what you're saying, but I assure you there was nothing sexual about it.
But could it be used sexually?
No.
Under the right hands.
No.
In the right hands.
No, let's
in the right.
No, not even the right hands. Let's let me let's see if we can see. Essentially, it's just lights and knives. Essentially, yeah. Give me that one. Yeah. See what that is in reality.
That's not so sexy.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it depends. You could put different attachments on the end of those, and
it's cameras and knives. But I get where you're going. So you like, and he likes a device. Like he likes something that really it looks like you're going into a mad scientist lair, and they kind of lock somebody into it, and they're going to do stuff to them. I like that. I like your thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Remember, I got a whiff of your stuff too. I've learned. So I
got a whiff of my stuff. What does that mean?
I didn't
you're into.
No, I just didn't know that I could understand these things. That you brought an awareness into consciousness of my own stuff.
Well, that's good. Have you?
No.
Done any? Okay, no.
No, I'm not that interested.
I'm
just aware that it's like, oh, I see why he could like that. I get it. So, but no motivation around it.
Yeah, it's
Different.
basically like, a machine like that too. It would just be like overstimulation, like basically imagine if someone could have 7 hands, like imagine the shit that they could do. So,
Right. Is there now, out of curiosity, is there like a line of porn that does stuff like this?
Anime tentacle stuff.
Is.
Oh, is that anime?
that too. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
you're
was gonna
meaning
say,
more.
this
He's
reminds
meaning
me a
more
lot of anime.
device porn, like women are strapped into something and there's devices used on them, that kind of thing.
Right, which is
Huh.
yeah, it could be done through animation or
Oh,
in real life.
animation.
But
Interesting.
yeah. Animation. That's like hentai. Like
Oh, okay.
the tentacle. You showed a like tentacle shitting out of nipples or some shit.
Okay,
long time
look
ago.
for we looked for shitting dick nipples or something. What was that?
Something like that. I
That,
think
that
that's
was
what
a
it was.
that. By the way, that was a Mike Catherwood find. But can you look it up there, Nadab?
Shitting dick nipples.
Yes.
Coming right up.
Yes, Mike.
We definitely won't be able to show this.
And Catherwood will be in here in a little while.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
By the way.
Well, some normal shitting is happening in some of these searches.
Oh my God. So what are people into?
Man, I should bookmark this for the live show.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, why is her cleavage hairy? Oh my
God, that's so. Oh my God.
God. So, Annie, you like this stuff?
Sure don't. Sure don't. I don't see any machines on this one.
I think there's many different versions of that too, because I had not seen
Yeah.
this. Catherwood used to pull this stuff up. So, oh my God, it goes right into vomiting and porn.
Let's get out of this.
Yes, please. Jeesh. Oh man, it depletes me, some of this stuff. It's so gross. Let's get a voice message in here.
Hey, Dr. Drew, both boys, all the mommies. I was listening to, I believe it was last week's podcast when you were talking about dick stretching. And let me just say that though I haven't gotten any longer of a pee-pee from it, all throughout my life, it's been a comfort for me to tug on my foreskin. And I think because of how long I've been doing it, I've at least stretched my foreskin out. Though it hasn't given me any extra length,
Yeah.
I have for sure stretched out my little fucking, my pit flap. And, I don't know if that's because of me pulling or if it's just I have a long foreskin, but I think that's what it has to do with. Anyways, piss on me, beat me. Okay, now you come. All right.
I like the way he cracks his own stuff up. So that's called self-soothing. Some people twirl hair, some scratch a certain spot. You pull on your foreskin, so good for you. There's no doubt in my mind that you could lengthen because skin, does kind of you pull, and I've always wondered the whole idea of the lengthening the penis by pulling on it. A term called jelking that people use to describe that.
Let's go joking.
Jelking, yeah, right. You guys haven't heard that before?
No, I was just saying.
Yeah.
I was just saying. Let's go. Yeah, we determined on an earlier episode that I am quite the professional.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
at
Well,
joking.
you're usually jelking with a goal in mind.
No. I mean that I did when I was a kid. You don't. You don't remember this one?
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I did the whole thing. I put weights on it.
Oh,
like,
I do
did all
remember.
that
Yes,
shit.
I thought you meant you were. Yeah, but you went through a period where you were. Yes.
Yes, not
were you
anymore.
interested in that? But again, my thinking on that always is you're just going to stretch the skin and the soft tissues. How can you possibly stretch the cavernous tissue? But all right. But certainly the skin itself, pulling this foreskin will lengthen it. So there you go. Good on you. Hey, welcome. Do you guys ever watch on Howard Stern when Richard and Sal start putting stuff in Sal's foreskin? Sal has like a marsupial pouch, like he could put a kangaroo in there.
What?
Yeah.
In his foreskin?
Yeah.
A marsupial pouch.
I mean, I'm being facetious. I'm being, excessive.
Wait,
but
and you said that they put stuff like
wallets and M&Ms and all
wallets?
kinds of, I think you put a wallet in there or something one time.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, is it?
Jesus.
Those guys are sick. Yeah, those guys are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The booth at your mom's house is calling the guys sick over at Stern. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We just like fucking robots. It's not that fucking
dude,
crazy.
We have boundaries. We have limits.
All right, let's see if
I'm not
wallets and
helping
foreskins.
Annie putting wallets in his dick.
let's see
Why
if
would
this.
it?
They're just it's a novelty. Can you do it?
I don't have foreskin, so no.
Look, they are committed to their content just the way you guys are committed to yours.
Fair
you understand
enough.
me? You understand?
Game's a game.
This is entitled "Come Out the Nose," I recently was having relations with my girlfriend. She performed oral sex, and when I climaxed, it was so forceful that it had come out of her nose.
Sick.
Now, my question is that due to force on my end, or would it be due to a smaller mouth not be able to contain everything? It was a combination of both. It probably the force caused her to sort of gag, and the gag had a reverse component to it, a reverse peristaltic component, and it pushed it up top. And are you still with the same girlfriend, or did that finish that relationship? You know what I'm saying? This lady, don't we want to hats off to this lady if she's hung with him?
That's actually probably really painful to have something more viscous go out there, right?
Yes. Well, it's essentially the same thing that you'll blow out of your nose.
I have a good follow-up question. Like, is there could it get stuck there and get infected? Like, could that cause a whole bunch of issues?
Yeah. I mean, if you had a lot of sinus stuff going on, it's like anything else getting up there and, you know, occluding the sinuses and not draining properly. Yeah. It could do a little something. So I found a medication that helps my anxiety and depression, venlafaxine. Only problem is it made me completely impossible to have an orgasm, as many SSRIs do. And this is an SNRI, but it has that potential side effect. No problem getting erect, but penis has no sensation. Oof. A couple times I was able to, but didn't even realize it had happened. In early 2021, I decided to stop taking it. I was fine for most of the year, but my anxiety is worse than it was ever before. When, you know, you can get a withdrawal from venlafaxine, so you might want to talk to your doctor about that. I can't do things with my daughter. I constantly have to leave work. I'm a nervous wreck that hides in bed all day. Oh, my goodness. Over the past 5 years, I've tried every SSRI and Wellbutrin, and nothing worked except it affects her. So now I know that I'll ultimately have to go back on it if I want to live my life comfortably, but is there any medication to counteract the ability to have an orgasm? I hate having to choose between sanity and sex. Oh, I am so sorry. There are a lot of other medication for anxiety that are not in this class of SNRI and SSRIs. You might want to try something called Neurontin, gabapentin, that is good for anxiety. Sometimes there's something called doxepin that you take at sleep that sometimes helps during the day. And generally you want to avoid for long-term solutions, you want to avoid the benzodiazepines, but Klonopin is helpful. Maybe they could, give you some Neurontin during the day and then use some anxiety medication on top of it here and there. The problem is, over time, that can make things worse. So the point being is there are other solutions. It's nice that the venlafaxine works. There is solutions out there, but you need to talk to a good psychiatrist about that. Another voice message.
Hi, Dr. Drew and Booth Boys.
Finally,
this is Marissa in New Hampshire, and I've got a really weird situation. I'm trying to figure it out. I have an issue with squeezing my husband out of me when I climax, and it's been happening, for a few years now. Some background is I do have a kid, but it was by C-section, and so there's no chance of episiotomy and stitching you up a little tighter. And I did Kegels through every math class in high school, so I don't know if I just screwed myself by being bored and thinking I was going to get a bomb, meow. But is there something I should be worried about? Or, maybe I'm just a little too strong down there. I would like to finish on my husband. That would be great. So let me know if maybe there's something I can do. Thank you, guys.
Wow, Marissa, we have never had this question, and it's not exceedingly uncommon. I mean, the degree to which they're dealing with it is a little uncommon, but she's saying that she can climax with intercourse. And we've discussed over the years that already puts her in kind of a special class, right? Not everyone can do that. And it sounds like she does that reliably. For some women, when they orgasm, the vaginal walls collapse so strongly, and if they're extremely lubricated, the penis can't stay in. It just comes out.
Sure it can. You just need enough strength.
Well, this is the point. You're going to have to really it's hard to. It depends what they're doing when she climax, right? And so I need more of that kind of information. But it's a bit of a dance that they have to do to keep. He has to be very focused. I'm just trying to think what is they're looking for. I mean, in one respect, who cares, right? Right?
That's what I was wondering is what's the problem? But I think she said at the end, I think it wraps it up. She said, I want to finish on my husband.
As though somehow she loses something by him not being inside during the orgasm itself.
Well, there's also like that means the orgasm potentially could stop, right when he.
I don't think that happens. But you're right. We don't know. That's why I wanted to talk to her. But I don't think that's what she's talking about. I am wondering if they are trying to like do it at the same time or something, which is, don't waste your time. Don't worry about that. Everybody gets their turn. That's fine. But this is really interesting that it'd be interesting to also if she's multi-orgasmic too, because that's also a more typical feature of someone who is multi-orgasmic. So that's your experience too?
I was just gonna. I mean, that's what I was saying. Is like the orgasms now stop because it's like you kind of have. It's a reset button. Why can't we just keep going? And going and going. It kind of resets.
That's exactly right. And so we need kind of more information about what they're doing. So good. See, we've learned something today. That it's not abnormal. It's quite normal. It's in fact a good thing when this happens. But that it has to kind of be worked with a little bit. And I'm wondering if they're talking about it. Maybe I don't know, maybe she's too embarrassed to discuss with him or something, but it needs to be kind of worked out as a couple. All right, it's a new email here from Alex from Tucson. Hey, mommies. I make brown 7 days a week, first thing in the morning, about 2-3 days a week. I'll make a second round of brown. Blah, 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 blah. Very much like sitting on your balls. My balls are very sensitive after the second round. This most often happens on the weekend when I've slept in. Why is he giving me all this? My balls ache. My butthole's quivering. I don't know what to do with this. It only seems to happen when a large brown, and there's urgency to the brown, seems to occur everywhere on the Bristol stool scale. Did we look at the Bristol stool scale once here?
I think once or twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Though I have not been tracking ball pain to Bristol stool scale specifically. Once the brown has passed my ball, pains fade away. So just what he's saying essentially, I think it's a he, is that when the anal ampulla, give me a anal ampulla here, fills up, for some reason that causes some sort of stimulation of the nerves to the ampulla, A-M-P.
With an A?
A. And a U. Ampulla. Yeah, I don't know.
Got him.
I don't know what we end up with a car, Impala. There you go. Give me the second row, that one. Second row, third one in. There you go. So there you go. See how it's all down at the bottom there, that big base thing that can really fill up. And that puts a lot of pressure on the pelvic musculature and lymphatics and nerves. And it makes sense to me that somebody could get some discomfort from that. So that's it. So he needs to take more bulk in his diet and move things more frequently. Don't let it all build up. Are there any interesting videos out there? Maybe some TikToks for me to look at?
Oh, you know it.
I bet.
Something that you may not know about Amazon is that when you purchase an item from them, sometimes they will send you an item that has been previously returned. So keep an eye out for this label. If you see this on a product, it means it's been returned.
Why is that interesting?
Because now you know if you're getting new shit or someone's broken shit.
Oh, they all seem to have a label like that on it. Is just the number on it? It's just a barcode.
It's
How
the
would
LPN, I think. Yeah, starts with LPN.
Okay, so we're educating our audience. Okay,
yeah,
if you see LPN,
this is one of those educational.
But I don't know why I give a shit because if it's what I mean. So what? So it's been in somebody else's mailbox.
How dare you? This is Christina's curation.
Okay, all right. Well, I'd like to ask her why this is so important to her. But okay, she learned something. Good. See what else we got.
Never marry a useless woman, just like you wouldn't hire a useless employee. Marriage isn't about love, guys.
Oh, really?
And love isn't what we've been told it is. Love has nothing to do with emotions. And marriage has nothing to do with emotions. But if you get emotionally involved, emotionally invested, lustful, and attached with your sex goggles on, you're not going to see that this woman is a bad hire.
Well, this man's a pragmatist. God bless him. But I'm not sure that's a great way to form a family unit, to not have any love and affection.
What? You don't think that this is a healthy way to live?
I'm just saying. I know there's a whole lane of these guys, and I kind of dig that lane. It's sort of astonishing to me. And that means there are guys out there that listen to this and sort of adhere to it. And I agree you should be very careful with your choices, but your body as the source of feelings is a very important guide. And it usually, if it's not been highly traumatized, it usually will not let you down. Now, if you have a pattern of being attracted to the wrong kind of person, as we've discussed many times in this show, learn to read that pattern and maybe, and again, think, what do we say? Butterflies, not lightning bolts. All right, give me another one. Oh! That's gross. That's incredible.
Right?
Yeah. Is that cockroaches?
Yeah. Like, I didn't even know cockroaches could get into cars.
Not in families like that or in great communities. And it's going to make me forever look at those little plastic covers of the various seat belts and whatnot in the car completely differently. Ugh. I guess if there's food and debris in there, something will get in there. Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, it's just, that's been a problem for a while, it seems like.
Oof, disgusting.
Yeah.
All right. And this is the chain entitled, What's Your Most Viral Video of 2021? And I saw that a lot on TikTok, and I found it weird that most of those viral videos were sort of not that interesting to me.
Really?
I mean, this is interesting to me, but most of the stuff I saw was not.
Well, maybe you need to learn to train your algorithm.
I think that's true. If I were like Christina, I'd have all that mommy stuff raining down on me.
She should put on a master class. Or actually, no, she does have. We did make some content of her teaching people how to make their TikTok algorithm just like hers.
That's so funny.
It's good stuff.
All right, give me another. Ooh.
This message is to the wind that's trying to blow my house down or blow a tree into my house or somebody else's house somewhere. You know, we're not going to tolerate you, weather. I'm coming after you. Because I'm not going to let the wind damage my house or me or my property or cause any harm to anyone.
What are you going to play the harmonica? Oh, what is that?
I'm coming after you, wind.
Oh, a knife?
That's a knife.
With a vengeance. Wind, stop it now. Or you will have to mess with me.
Woo! Wind better look out.
Wow, that reminds me of the guy that was practicing knife in the air and hatchets in the air last show. Huh, ha!
Yeah, who do you think you're more afraid of?
I think I'm more afraid of this guy. And is this a guy? I mean, is that earrings I'm seeing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure not dressed like one.
Let's call them a they them.
They them. Okay. Say, but definitely a cool person, a cool they them.
Definitely.
And look at the computer screen behind they them.
Oh, I think that's a stained glass.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I see
that?
Oh. That's a lot of icons.
Yeah, roll it back a little bit because when they them step away, you see. Oh, look at that! What is that?
They're busy. They're real busy. They just need to have.
That is my fucking box room on a screen. Is what that is.
Does everybody know about the box room?
Oh yeah, you talked about it on one of the last. Yeah,
well, the box room has expanded.
It sure has.
Can we show a picture of it, Nadav? You want to? I know Andy's got.
It is on my Instagram.
Okay, go to Andy's Instagram.
Let me pull that up.
He's got some proud pictures of what's been accumulating in the boxes, and I say huzzah to Andy for accumulating. What is a world-class room full of boxes? There it is.
I have decided too. I'm going to the way I'm going to clean it up is once YMH and all this production stuff is out of my house.
Yes,
I'm going to do a live stream and just take it all down myself, one box by one box by one box.
And where will they go? What will you do with them? Is it going to be like a bonfire of the vanities, or what?
That is a good question.
I mean, it's Texas. You can do anything here. You could set up a bonfire in the street here.
Right. Yes. A lot of people have been saying that I should just burn it, but I don't know how to do that safely.
Yeah, I get it.
But at first, it'll just be stacked in the room so that, because I'm not going to be able to recycle it, put it all anywhere immediately. So
now they used to have these little sort of outdoor, not really composting things, but fire sort of furnaces for burning trash in some parts of the country, and I'm imagining that would be fine here in Texas because everything's fine here.
Right? Yeah, like a big fire pit. I don't know if there's one in Austin. Maybe I'll do like an actual event, like a big bonfire kickback.
That'd actually be pretty dope.
That'd be dope, right?
Yeah.
The box room bonfire.
The problem is transporting it. Even if you collapsed each box. By the way, it's probably a lot of money worth of cardboard there. in reality. But let's say you even did it, you'd need about 3 pickup trucks worth of boxes to get it anywhere, right? Even if you collapsed and folded them down.
Yeah, like, so the funny thing is, this is the second rendition of the box room. I already had, like, I filled it up, you know, maybe, I don't know, a fourth of the way of what it is now.
Yeah.
And then one of my neighbors, I offered on Facebook if anyone needed boxes, and one of my neighbors picked up all of them.
Wow.
She's gonna make like a fort for her kids. Super dope.
Oh my gosh,
super
like
dope idea.
Or maybe I know Halloween's big on this street. You can do a spook house or something that they walked. Oh, that's cool.
But so she had a pickup truck, and she needed 2 trips just to do those.
Yeah.
Like a fourth of that. So
have you got to know more
the fucking U-Haul truck?
Yeah. Have you got to know more the neighbors here?
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all think that I'm either a drug dealer or some kind of killer or something.
Because it is a little weird, guys going in and out here.
Yeah,
loud music, drums being played in here, and it's a little strange too. You can't quite put your finger on why people are going in and out, right?
Mm-hmm. There was the night. I mean, if anyone was looking the night of the live show, fucking Joe Rogan, Teslas, black SUVs, strippers, like it was not a good night for my house.
So you know, as you know, when Susan and I watched that, we had an experience together.
Yeah,
we both nearly vomited.
Yeah.
And where was that all? Didn't realize that was all here. So so Joe and Tom and Christina were in this room, right?
No, they were in the living room.
Yeah, so we put up pipe and drape, like a big whole, you know, like a whole box.
Got it. Like the same stuff I've got behind me here, just bigger.
Correct, much bigger and out in my living room.
And was this like where Chris was in here?
No, Chris was in my bedroom. So literally my entire house was dedicated to the live show.
I just imagined somehow in my head I was thinking Chris was somewhere completely else. So has Chris recovered from this? Has he forgiven you guys? I mean, it was an awesome moment, I have to say.
Chris loves his job.
He looks changed when I walk around your house and he's here. He looks like it altered him.
He smiles more now, right?
No, he does not. No, he does not. He looks like he's thinking to himself, "You fuckers, I'm going to get back at you one way or another."
I'd like to see him try.
Am I onto something here?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. He's got a new jacket provided by this guy right here.
He does.
Yeah.
And it was a lovely. But seeing him continue to read was it poetry he was reading or something? What was he reading?
Oh, he was doing he was doing Twitter shout-outs.
Twitter shout-outs.
Yeah. So he was wishing happy birthdays and all that kind of stuff.
Right. That was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah, dude.
But did he ever make out with any of these girls or anything, or?
You know, it's really crazy because first thing I tried to do was just gauge how comfortable he was with this. I was like, Chris, you could say no to this at any time. He's like, I'm aware. I'm like, ooh,
no,
okay.
This is look, I get that so clearly because I have the same shit going through my head. I'm thinking, oh, how deep are we getting in here? And then my wife goes down some path and I'm like, oh, Jesus. We're going all the way, aren't we? We'll do it for your mom's house.
It's
what we all feel. We all have that same sense. We'll take it for the team.
What's fun with Chris is that we kind of just said all right, so we'll do, I don't know, these 2 beats, you know, you just kind of escalate it, and then, I mean, we went back to him 2 more times or 3 more times than we thought, and then those were his ideas to escalate the last couple times. So it's Chris is fucking in this to win this. People think that we're torturing him.
Well,
we're not. He loves this. He loves this job. He loves Austin.
I want to hear those from
basically had a threesome.
I want to hear. I know he did, but he was given a job to do during it. To be fair, and I want to hear those words from his mouth, not yours. But I want to go back to the he, them, she, them, whatever we were talking about. You normally, Nadav, when you show me videos like that, you go, "Is this guy normal? Is this okay?" And I've noticed I've done a little less analysis of some of this stuff because we've been inundated with so many cool guys. This is a disturbing cool person. Cool them. In that aggression seems real. There seems like a certain vacancy in that person's eyes where it's somewhere between spectrum-y versus psychopathy. So this person kind of worries me a little bit, carrying a knife around and thinking that's cool. Cool person. But is there more from this person?
This is the only one that Christina has gotten so far from this person.
And so now if we hearken back to the guy with the hatchet on the last show, that guy also, that was different, right? That didn't have that cold appearance that this one has. See how cold the look in the eye is?
I don't know. I remember the exact same, like, that stare, that cold stare of, you see what I did there? Now I'm going to do it again.
Do you have that guy?
Yeah, loading it up.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Because I think you'll see that is what you see in the other guy is just more fear.
Let me emphasis by saying
he's sort of empty, but keep going. Go ahead. And he's talking to us.
Nor do I know if this is the correct way to fight. This is just what
there's a blankness in his eye, but not a coldness.
But
right?
watch after he does it. You see this?
Yeah.
Boom. See that?
Yeah.
He's like, see what I did, motherfucker?
Yeah, but I see that more as fear from him. Like, I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid now. See how I can defend myself?
Well,
see me?
I would say his eyes look more like a he just woke up type of deal.
Well, there's that kind of stuff too.
And my thought here is pin him upside a wall by his neck, right into the gut.
This is more sad to me. This is more sad. This is like a guy that's afraid. The other one, the them, seems like somebody who, like, look at that.
This message is to the wind that's trying to blow my house down or blow a tree into my house or somebody else's house somewhere.
Stop it. They're saying that to the wind. Imagine what they might say to a person that pissed them off. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what that is. And by the way, we're not passing any judgment on this being a good or a bad person, or a he them there, whatever. No comment about that. Just the aggression and the knife and the coldness. That's what we're commenting on.
I don't know, man. I would argue that both of these were in terms of self-defense.
Yeah.
He was saying, this is what happens if you were to get me, and then that guy was like, this is what happens if the wind comes and gets me.
Well, but now this is your oppositional defiance stuff kicking in here. This is you kind of get a little stimulated by this to push back like that. That's yet another phenomenon. It's something a little different.
I don't know what you're talking about, Chief.
We'll talk about it next time. We're gonna wrap this thing up again. Keep the voice messages coming. 818-253-1693. And the emails at drafterdark@gmail.com. We appreciate it, Booth Boys. Appreciate you guys being here. See you next time, mommies.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the DrDrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.